Mythic Tyrant's Mythic playthrough, Pillar of Autumn Part 4. Alright, so we're going to be barely getting into the elites in this part, and then the next part I'm going to be fast forwarding through quite a bit of it, because it's kind of just the same stuff. He basically, I don't even think he kills any of the elites. He just kind of goes around them, and getting around them takes him a bit of time to do, so not to find the parts and just skip past a little bit. It should still be like a 6 or 7 minute video though. Right now he's just finishing off the rest of them, which they're kind of spread out. This is what I don't like is when you start firing on them, they'll just kind of hide. Just frustrating because you don't want to go down there because they'll kill you with ease. But if you stay up here, then you know, obviously you're going to stay up here. But you know, get used to them hiding from you if you shoot them at all. Thankfully, they're not elites, so they don't have shields that recharge or anything. That would be completely retarded. And no, there's not any lone wolf stuff that he did for Mythic, not that I know of. But to be fair, I won't be able to check or anything for another couple of days. But I do want to finish off Pillar of Autumn quickly, so I can get started on my other stuff. So most of this is just taking care of the last few guys. Nothing too challenging here. If you've gotten to this point, you've basically beat this level, guys. And the final part, well, if you watch Next Gen walkthrough at all, then you could follow their way for the Mac gun. You basically, all the ships come in the same order every time, so you can just learn the pattern and take them out. What I did is, I did the way that most people do it these days, is if you hop on the Mac gun and hop back out, your ships will you know, they'll appear and everything, but they won't do anything. And then when they say, you know, okay, Spartan, fire at the ship, that's when you hop out, or you get into the gun finally, and just charge the gun up right there and fire, and there'll be plenty of ships firing at you. To be honest, I'm amazed that Tyrant, I'm pretty sure Tyrant does the same thing, so I'm amazed that he lived. But, because I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I think it would have been better for him to have learned the pattern instead of hoping that he can hop on. Because I died the first time I did, because when I hopped on, and as soon as I hopped on, I held the right trigger, but I didn't think it was charging, so I let go and did it again. But it was charging the first time, so I had failed. And then it spawned me right before I hopped in the gun, so I'm like, ugh, I have to do this again. Because it takes a good, I don't really know, I don't remember how long it takes for the gun to, or for them to get in position and everything. Like how I tried jumping on there. So again, we're just taking off the stragglers, whatever. But again, this is Mythic, so you know it's going to take a wee bit longer than it would on Legendary. Hell, there's, you know, the Elite itself takes a while because he's trying to get around the place, but whatever. You know, the cool thing that I'm glad they did though is is that Captain Keyes comes to pick up Cortana, so it's pretty cool to see Keyes again. I'm still very sad that they didn't include a legendary ending. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, you know, were pretty sad at that, but that's the one thing I'm waiting for them. I'm hoping that I couldn't care less if it was DLC. By the way, here's the ship now, and they will fire at the things, but for me, they didn't kill it all off. Kind of annoying, but anyway, I guess you can see there's still brute there. Frustrating, but just deal with it, kill off the guy and go. But yeah, I mean, like, I figure that, yeah, if Bungie brought out DLC and said, okay, here's a legendary ending, only costs, you know, I mean, they'd probably add more. They wouldn't, I don't think they'd, like, okay, here's legendary ending, only costs you $10. You know, that's 800 points. Most DLC is 800 for them. I doubt they would just bring out the legendary ending, but they'd probably give you more stuff. And obviously there'd be so much bitching about it. Oh, why couldn't they just include it in the game? Blah blah blah. But I'm one of the fans that this probably does make me sound like a fanboy when I sit here and say, you know, I would easily buy something that should have been in the game if they brought it out anyway. So, you know, if they do bring out a legendary ending and they make you pay for it, it's something that should have been part of the game. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? I want to see what they could do. What did they do for legendary ending? Because in the proof that people had that there was one was that they talk about it in the Legendary Edition commentary. They're talking about, you know, an eagle landing on the helmet. They're like, oh, shh, you know, don't tell them anymore. Jeez. And you know, that was supposedly legendary ending. Is that something happens? Like, I don't expect something great, because like Halo 1, it was just a funny ending. It wasn't canon because, you know, it was Johnson with an elite, and they hug while before the ring explodes. That's obviously not what happened. It was just supposed to be funny. Then Halo 2, I want to say it showed a little bit of extra stuff. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what Halo 2 was. I want to say it was when they uncovered a Forerunner artifact and they show a prophet with it. Maybe that's it. I don't remember. And then Halo 3, everyone knows that ending. That's the great ending of showing him moving towards a planet. And by the way, there actually is there's a video that compiles all the information we have about a new Halo game. And hopefully they don't name it Halo 4. Not many games go into series that far. You know, if you look at like Gears of War goes all the way up to 3. I mean, most games end at 3. I mean, look at Halo 3. You know, it ended with 3. Master Chief story anyway. You know, they brought out ODST and whatnot, but it's not Halo 4 ODST. Halo 5, you know, for Reach, it's just Halo ODST, Halo Reach. So if they continue Master Chief story, hopefully they don't name it Halo 4. It just doesn't work. But but apparently someone asked this question. It was, I don't remember where. I don't remember. It was at a convention or something. I don't know. And they said, you know, and this guy's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Halo story and Master Chief story. You know, I was wondering if, you know, how you guys going to continue this. And it was funny because the guy's like, he's like, well, you know, it's like with the, he's like, for anyone, you know, obviously you should know about the ending for Halo 3 Legendary. Is you got the Chief moving towards a strange planet, and he's like, we'd be the biggest assholes if we didn't continue that story. And it was funny because right then everyone's clapping like, yay, that must mean they're doing it. And he's like, why are you guys clapping? He's like, I never said we weren't the biggest assholes in history. He's like, no, they basically said, yes, we will be continuing it, you know, because they are very interested in what they can do with it. So that's obviously going to be 343 Industry, I think. Is it called 343 Industries now? I don't remember. But yeah, I can't wait, obviously. So I'm a huge fan of the Halo franchise. Like, I can't even begin to explain it. Like, I was, you know, when my friend was here a couple days ago, we were talking about the sword on Halo Reach. He's like, and he's annoyed that you can block the sword by just meleeing. You know, if the sword guy lunges at you, or if you're just running at a guy with a sword and you know, he attacks you with a sword and you melee at the same time, then you block the sword. You can only do it once, by the way. It takes away your shields. And he was annoyed. He's like that's retarded. You know, the sword is capable of cutting through, you know, the Spartan armor. I mean, even in the book, which by the way is canon, people. You know, the book explains. You know, I was talking about how John's fighting this elite who has a sword, and just the plasma. You know, that because like it's all electricity. Like Scott, you know, it looks like there's electricity going around the sword constantly. You know, that just splashed over the Chief's shield and destroyed the shield completely. So I mean, the sword can cut through, you know, a Spartan, like, you know, just as easy as you can cut through a fucking regular soldier. So I mean, I agreed with him there. I'm like, yeah, it's not very, realistic for the Halo franchise, but they do have to make the game, playable. But at the same time, it's like I don't like that you can just melee the sword guy. By the way, this is the part where he's trying to skip around. He doesn't do it very well this first time. It kind of fails, but he does try to take out the engineer as well. And I think he has to actually go a little bit high. Yeah, I think he realized he has to go a bit higher. I actually don't remember if he kills any of the elites or not. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But the next part I'll be skipping. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna skip past it because you guys probably want to see it. Yeah, I'm not gonna skip past it. It'll take me more time to do that. So screw it. I'll just add a commentary to it all. I can think of something to talk about, right? I only hope so. So it's actually 4 in the morning right now on Friday. I'm got a headache. I've been doing this commentary, and then when I read into the videos, I watched some Lord of the Rings, which I'm almost done with because I'm just it's like with Lord of the Rings, it's one of those movies where I'm just kind of skipping through it. I can watch 9 hours. I can watch a 9-hour series of videos in about an hour and a half. I just skip through it. I go to the good parts. Not much else to do with it, to be honest. So at this point, I'm not, like I said, I don't know if he takes out all the elites, or I know he doesn't take out all of them, but I'm not sure if he takes out any. If he does, I don't know. So we get to be pleasantly surprised together. But the way he gets around, I don't even know why he bothered to go around. I figured killing the elites would make it easier, but I guess not. I don't know. I'm tired. Tired and waiting for this to end already. Once I get done with this part and the next part, I'm done, I've got all of Mythic stuff done. I just have to wait for my internet to come back so I can upload it, and hopefully I can upload much faster. I can't tell you guys how happy I'm going to be if we get the guaranteed internet. Oh my god, I'm going to be so stoked. I mean, just I can't even describe to you guys how awesome it'll be. I mean, just imagine me being able to upload all these videos that take me a couple hours at least. I'll be able to upload so much faster, so much faster. Even I can't believe it. I'm so excited. But anyway, I'm actually thinking about it. It's I can't believe I'll be able to supposedly upload stuff like this within 15-20 minutes, maybe less. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next part.